I've been talking a lot to clients recently about measuring mindfulness. It may sound like a strange concept, but a lot of my clients, or indeed most of my clients, are business people, and business people like to measure results with good reason, because business is in business to achieve results. And indeed, with every breath that we take, we should be leading our lives to achieve the results that we want to achieve. One of the key things that we can use as a measurement of the extent to which we are or are not mindful is the extent to which we realize what's going on around us. This video was prompted by a conversation I had with the chief executive of a particular company a couple of days ago, who, with her management team, had sat down with the senior leadership team within the overall multinational organization last week, and the leadership team with whom I work came away from that meeting saying to themselves, "Did you see the state of those other guys?" That is the very senior leadership team. "Did you see the manner in which they misbehaved themselves during that meeting? The manner in which they were on their iPhones or their Blackberries or their iPads or looking out the window or doodling?" The point is that after only 9 months of development along a trajectory towards enhanced mindfulness, these people with whom I'm working are already realizing, are already alert to the quite bizarre behavior of what I would describe, as normal, crazy people. The people they were observing are highly paid people, highly paid by an organization that expects top performance and leadership from these people. And yet, here were these people, physically present, mentally all over the place. It's exactly the same as a couple of weeks ago. I was watching the French Open tennis at Roland Garros in Paris, and every so often it would pan to celebrities who are sitting in the crowd watching the men's singles final or the women's singles final. And all these guys were there, but they were buried in their iPhones or smartphones or iPads. Now, that's their own business. They were there for leisure purposes. But if I'm paid as a senior executive to lead an organization, my business is the business of the people who actually own the business and expect results from me. Bizarrely enough, large organizations will put up with inappropriate behavior leading to inappropriate results or complete lack of results, absolute mediocrity. But that's okay, because a lot of these organizations are successful when compared to everyone else who is mediocre too. Now, there are some organizations out there, there are some organizations with whom I have worked that don't settle for being successful against a field of mediocre idiots. There are some people out there who actually want to truly express their ability to be extraordinary and to achieve extraordinary results through the extraordinary leadership of others. I've used the word extraordinary a lot, but the key point I would make is that the extra in extraordinary is a tiny step, and the tiny step is stop behaving like an idiot. If you're supposed to be at a meeting, put all the various distractions aside and be at a meeting. If you're supposed to be talking to somebody else, if you're supposed to be decision making, put all your distractions aside and do what you're supposed to be doing. God knows, with 70,000 pieces of noise in our head, we are already adequately distracted, if that's the right word, without us heaping insult on top of injury by dragging all our mobile devices around with us. As I say, once you take a couple of steps on the journey towards mindfulness, you will realize that this kind of nonsense is going on. In fact, you'll realize, of course, that you were once that soldier. But the whole point is that once you realize it, once you do realize that you were once that soldier, you realise that that is a battle. Not that you have won, but that it is a battle that you are fighting to great effect. Because, as we know, personal development, leadership development, the development of mindfulness is a step-by-step approach. Once I start taking those steps, not only am I better placed to realise where I was going wrong, I am actually enhanced in my knowledge of the world at large by realising how bizarre the behaviour of others actually is before my very eyes. So, if during the course of today you can actually take a step back and have a look around you, what's going on around you, and begin to take in the extent to which normal people behave in a totally inappropriate and bizarre manner, particularly when they're being paid to behave otherwise, you may just realise that you were once that soldier and that you are now on a journey that will lead to extraordinary benefits, extraordinary results, extraordinary happiness and success. Well done.